Hello, my name is Andrea White, and I will be your instructor over the next 10 weeks with EDU 503. So I'm really excited to meet everybody and go through methods of teaching early childhood mathematics with you. I will be honest, it's a very kind of jam-packed course. We have a lot of assignments, but the fun thing is they're all very interactive, and I'll show you some fun, creative, and innovative ways to teach math. So real quick before, I just wanted to kind of walk you through the course. Hopefully quickly. But first, I just want to introduce myself and my family. And this is my family. This is my husband, Pete. This is my oldest. He just turned 7, Parker. He's in first grade. I'll use him and reference him a lot in the course, especially in the first half of the course because he's learning a lot of the concepts that we'll go over. My middle one, Hunter, he's 5. He's in preschool, start kindergarten next year. And then Cooper is in 3. He's home with me all day. He's a little live wire. So that's my family. My husband's also an educator as well. He teaches art, middle school art. So we're both educators in the family, and his parents were too. So it's fun. You can read more about me in the My Instructor section over here on the left-hand side. So real quick, I'll kind of walk you through everything. We have a lot in the course. We have discussion boards, we have blogs, we have the journal tools. So we have a lot of tools that we'll be using in the course through these next 10 weeks. So real quick, the announcements, the most recent announcement will always be at the top of the page. So make sure, if you haven't logged in a few days, make sure to scroll through that you didn't miss any announcements. I'll also email you the announcements so you will see them in your SNOO email. So make sure to check that at least every other day. So make sure to read through. We have the welcome announcement, got the late assignment policy, the Google Calendar. I will make sure the Google Calendar is always the announcement below the recent announcement, if that makes sense. So it'll always be second. So please use this as a guide. I made this for you guys or for everybody. It lists all your assignments, when things are due. I even recommended maybe when you should start reading the material. Like I said, this is an assignment-heavy course, but I promise you'll be able to use so many things, especially if you teach math or you're going to teach math. So my hope is that you can use all these materials either now or in the future. So make sure to catch up and read on those. Before you get started, check out the course information section. If you click on there, you will find the syllabus. Print off that. It'll show you all the assignments for the whole 10 weeks. And underneath that is the assignment guidelines and rubric section, which you will also see underneath each and every module. You'll be able to click on that folder. Please use these rubrics. This is what I will be grading you on every assignment. If you follow the rubric, you'll have no problem with your assignment. Also, the announcements too. Most of the assignments are really well laid out, but I will go over them a little more in detail in the announcements. So make sure to read over those announcements. They'll help explain a little more. So every module you'll click on, you'll have the course description. It'll give you just a little brief about what we're learning. Make sure to check out the module overviews. You'll see those underneath the learning objectives for that module. And then all the resources. So there's quite a bit even in this first module. And then the assignments will be listed. So for the first week, we have our discussion board, and then we have a short paper on a kind of an article, kind of a review / summary, kind of just summarizing the articles and then answering a few questions. So it's not, an actual article review, but kind of summarizing them and going over those. And then the bottom, make sure you review the critical task. I have this, so this is a really big part of the course. There's a specific announcement, so make sure to check out that on the critical task. So this course, you have field experience. So you need to, this is probably one of the most important things, If you already are teaching, that's perfect in K to 6. It has to be in a K to 6 classroom, unless if you're teaching, and you can email me this, if you do have a special education classroom, a lot of my past students, they might be teaching like a middle school special education, but one of the K to 6 probes fits for their level, that is fine as well. So just make sure to email me if you have any questions about that. But if you're already on a classroom, great. If you are, let's say you're a high school teacher, maybe you teach math, but it's at the high school level, we'll email me and we'll get something kind of worked out to where you can, get into a K to 6 building, or maybe work with the special education department as well to do a K to 6 probe. So, just let me know about that. But if you are in the New Hampshire area, make sure you get a hold of the Field Experience department at SNU, and I have the link to that in the announcement as well. So you'll want to fill out a form immediately to get placed if you don't already have a school in mind, or if you're not in the New Hampshire area. So I'll make sure to fill that out right away. I know we run into some problems before, but if something happens, I know this has happened in the past with the Field Experience, they've had a late placement. Don't worry about it. We're very flexible, and we'll work with you to get that done. So real quick, the Field Experience in a nutshell, before we go, we'll check out the discussion boards here next. You'll be picking a probe from the other textbook, the Uncovering Student Thinking. You'll pick a math probe. You'll pick out 4 students. You'll give them the probe. And then from the probe results, you'll type up this quest report that'll give you throughout the course. And then after that, you'll create a lesson plan based on those results, and then you'll get to teach a lesson plan. And on top of that, you will be creating you'll be observing 2 math lessons or observations. You'll be observing 2 separate observations. They can be in the same classroom as well, but 2 separate times, or if you want to do 2 different teachers and kind of compare, that can always be interesting as well. So that's kind of your critical task in a nutshell real quick. So I will make sure to read the announcements on that, and I will provide you guidelines throughout the course. So here's our discussion boards. We have one every other week, and then we also have blogs too, and I'll get to that in a second. For the general questions section, I really encourage you to subscribe. If you click on the general questions and then click on subscribe up here, you'll get an email every time someone posts a question. So that can be really helpful. Like I said, we also have the blogs and the journals. I want to give you 2 hints about that. It's actually the same tip for each one. So I'll go to the blogs. So we have a few blogs in here, and they're really like the discussion board, very similar. You just kind of have to click on to find people's comments underneath. Let's see, I'll just show you real quick. No one's posted, but let's go to the 2-1 blog. So one little tip, after you post your blog, so you'll want to go to create blog entry right here. And then this is when everyone's always like, oh, where's my responses? Or where are my peers' posts? So what you have to do is you have to click on this little arrow underneath. And then once people start posting their blogs, you'll see your peers there, and you can click on their blog there. Same thing in the journal. So the same exact things there. You'll have a journal, and I'll post more information about this. It's not till the second half of the course where you'll post activities for certain concepts, but that's private between you and me. But same thing, you'll create it and then it'll post. All right, last 2 quick tips, I believe. So here's my instructor, so you can read that, more about me there. And then we'll go to the My Grades in a second. And then Chalk and Wire, you will have to submit in there. I will post, I made a video for you. You'll actually post 3 different things in there. You'll post your, you'll post your quest report. And then you'll post you'll post your lesson plan reflections, you'll post your actual lesson plan and then your final. So you want to do your request report. So you'll post it 3 times, but I have a video on that and everything for you to walk you through that. So last thing is your My Grades. Now I don't have anything in here, but when you click on My Grades, you'll see an exclamation point if I haven't graded it yet. You'll see a score if I have graded. You'll see a little tiny like a bubble. You'll click on that speaking bubble to see, just be a quick couple sentence telling you to click on the title of the assignment or the score, and that'll take you to the rubric. And I will always fill out comments underneath the categories overall. And if it's a paper, I will always put comments on your paper too. So I hope that helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, this is probably one of the most the busiest courses I guess I teach as far as assignments and stuff. There's a lot of information because we're covering K-6 math topics and concepts. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'm home with my kids most of the day and working online, so I'm available pretty much most of the time. So just give me an email or post a question in the general questions board. I'm excited to meet you. I'll see you in the discussion boards.